music capital of the world. Here's Faron Young, Lonzo and Oscar, and Bill Anderson on the Grand Ole Opry. Now, we'd like to say welcome to all of you wonderful people to another Grand Ole Opry show. We got a great line of talent lined up for you this time, and the one to lead off is known as the Young Sheriff. We'd like for you folks to meet him and listen to him sing Backtrack. Here's Faron Young.
Well, I've never been so lonely, backtrack, and I've never been so blue. Backtrack. I'm leaving in the morning, gonna backtrack to you. Backtrack. Your picture's here beside me. Backtrack. It never leaves my side. Backtrack. I kiss it like I'm kissing you, oh how I'm missing you tonight. Till tomorrow night be a different story. Will I get to hold you in my arms again? Will you find it in your heart to forget me? If you do, I'll never be the fool I've been. I'm hoping and I'm praying that all my prayers come true. I'm believing in the morning, gonna backtrack to you. Till tomorrow night be a different story. Till I get to hold you in my arms again. Will you find it in your heart to forgive me? If you do, I'll never be the fool I've been. Morning, gonna backtrack to you. Gonna backtrack to you. Gonna backtrack to you.
How you make it? Good to see you.
Everything's going real good.
Is the old Model A perking all right?
Yes, sirree. 1928 Model A. I've got a dead battery on it right now.
This is the most unusual young man of the Grand Ole Opry in that he owns a Model A on one side and then on the other side a brand new airplane. He's
well,
a pilot now.
That's kind of from the ridiculous to the sublime, or whatever you call it.
Or
sublime,
from downtown to the suburbs, one or the other.
Yeah, I use my Model A to get to the airport, and I get the plane and go somewhere else.
But now you got to thumb a ride to the airport.
They got to get a ride out.
Faron, we got a great show lined up and two boys right here that we'd like to bring on in just a minute. But first, we want you folks to watch this. We promised you folks some great talent, and we got two boys here with a lot of it. Like for you to meet them. Lonzo and Oscar.
Oh, thank you a lot, T. Tommy. Thank you a whole lot. We want to sing. Oscar, how you feeling?
Oh, if I felt any better, Lonzo, I'd have to take something, I believe.
Smart, Here's a little song we've had a lot of fun with, and we hope you folks will enjoy it. One called I Can't Pitch Woo in an Igloo.
I can't get both of them cold.
Oh, let's sing. Oh, I can't pitch woo in an igloo, and a moonlight ride in a dog sled's too darn cold. I'd rather be in Texas where it's hot than up here in Alaska where it's not. It ain't Alaskan women that I loathe, it's the fact I can't bust loose from this darn stove. There's something about Alaska I can't stand. No lovers lanes along the old Alcan.
since a team of huskies can't run out of gas. Take me back to my Texas, baby, in Eagle Pass.
I believe I'll play. Wish you would.
I'm going back to my Texas, baby, yes, sir. When I'm holding her, it's her instead of fur. Them Klondike babies freeze me half to death. And besides, they've got whale blubber on their breath. Alaska has become the biggest state. And the reason why it has its plainest fate. And if there's doubt, then bigger it will be when they get through putting space twixt it and me. Oh, I can't pitch woo in an igloo. I can't get bold when I'm cold. I can't steal a smack in a kayak. And a moonlight ride in a dog sled's too darn cold. Yes, a moonlight ride in a dog sled's too darn cold.
Just wonderful, boys. That's a tremendous story, Oscar. And Lonzo, too. Later on, we'll get the story of country music time from you. Will that be all right?
Yeah, I'll go back and keep the bookcase for you.
Well, I appreciate that, too, Oscar. Thank you so much. And we got a young man now that's the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry. He's a great songwriter, such songs as City Lights and, well, just to name one. That's all we're going to name at the time, since that's all I can think of. But his recent hit is a song called Po' Folks. We'd like for you folks to meet Po' Boy Bill Anderson. Johnny McCoy, would you come in and start off this song with the harmonica? This is Johnny McCoy. Go ahead with Po' Folks for Big Bill.
There's a whole lot of people looking down their noses at me, 'cause I didn't come from a wealthy family. There was 10 of us living in a 2-room shack on the banks of the river by the railroad track. And we kept chickens in a pen in the back, and everybody said we was po' folks. My daddy was a farmer, but all he ever raised was us. Dug a 40-foot well, struck 36 gallons of dust. Salvation Army gave us clothes to wear. A man from the county came to cut our hair. We lived next door to a millionaire, but we wasn't nothing but po' folks. We was po' folks living in a rich folks' world. We sure was a hungry bunch. If the wolf had ever come to our front door, he'd have had to brought a picnic lunch. My granddaddy's pension was $1.33. That was $10 less than the landlord wanted for rent. The landlord's letters got nasty indeed. He wrote, "Get out!" but Paul couldn't read, and we was too broke to even pay heed. But that's how it is when you're po' folks. We was po' folks living in a rich folks' world. We sure was a hungry bunch. If the wolf had ever come to our front door, he'd have had to brought a picnic lunch. But we had something in our house money can't buy. Kept us warm in the winter, cool when the sun was high. For whenever we didn't have food enough and the howling winds would get pretty rough, we patched the cracks and set the table with love. 'Cause that's what you do when you're po' folks, and we wasn't nothing but po' folks. My mama and my daddy was po' folks. My brother and my sister was po' folks. My dog and my cat is poor folks, and even T. Tommy is poor folks.
Bill Anderson, real wonderful, Bill. That's a great song. I like that. I've been hearing it quite a bit. Tommy was trying to think a little while ago some of the songs that Bill wrote. I know he wrote two that I recorded. One was called Riverboat, and the other one is Face to the Wall. Here's one he didn't write. I wish I had written. It's one of our songs. Maybe you folks remember. It goes like this. Fellas?
Hello, walls. How'd things go for you today? Don't you miss her since she up and walked away? And I'll bet you dread to spend another lonely night with me. But lonely walls, I'll keep you company. Hello, Wendell. Well, I see that you're still here. Aren't you lonely since our darling disappeared? Well, look, here is that a teardrop in the corner of your pane. Now, don't you try to tell me that it's rain. She went away and left us all alone the way she planned. Guess we'll have to learn to get along without her if we can. Hello, Celia. I'm gonna stare at you a while. You know I can't sleep, so won't you bear with me a while? We've gotta all stick together or else I'll lose my mind. I've got a feeling she'll be gone a long, long time. Hello.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a great one.
I tell you, it's kind of hard to sing that song without them walls singing back at you
Yes,
like we do it on the
is.
record.
Ooh, that's the song that took care of the airplane and the Model A and the new dress for Hilda and all the whole works.
Some back income tax.
Yes, it did. Farron, that one sold over 1 million, didn't it?
And it makes me very happy, too, that it did. It's the first record I've ever had to sell that many. And still, you're talking about a million record seller. Now, here's a song that I guess has sold 4 or 5 million records.
At least that many.
Over the years. And it's been out a long time. It's been recorded by I don't know how many people, but one of the best recordings of it is by this fellow walking over here right now, Tommy Jackson and the Orange Blossom Special. Yeah.
We're friends already. The folks down in Louisiana be awfully proud of that one. Tommy Jackson, the Orange Blossom Special. We'll be right back with some more of this great Grand Ole Opry entertainment, but first, we want you to watch this.
I search through each moment of each passing hour, but your memory grows stronger I'd find. Oh, they tell me in time I'll forget you, but somehow I can't find the time. They tell me in time I'll find another, and happiness again will be mine. Oh, they tell me in time I'll forget you, but somehow I can't find the time. 'Cause something each moment reminds me of you. You always end up on my mind. Oh, they tell me in time I'll forget you, but somehow I can't find the time. 'Cause something each moment reminds me of you. You always end up on my mind. Oh, they tell me in time I'll forget you, but somehow I can't find the time.
Wonderful, Faron. Thank you so much. And now it's time for that country music story that we promised you folks by Lonzo and Oscar. Boys, if you'll come around here. Lon, have you got Oscar all straight on the story of the Grand Ole Opry?
I believe I have, T. Tommy. I'll tell you, this is a song where everybody's going to have to help out. In fact, the business we'd like to ask you to join in with us on it, if you don't mind.
Oh, I'd be just most happy
All
to.
right. And Tommy Jackson will kick us off on country music time. I was a youngster a long time ago, sitting on Mama's knee. Papa brought on a thing that he called a radio. Now what a sight to see. When the neighbors gathered in about dark on Saturday, it was plain to see. They were there to tune in on the Grand Ole Opry down in Nashville, Tennessee. When the solemn old judge, Mr. George D. Hay, would open up with his line, I can still hear him now as he would say,
It's Grand Ole Opry time, let her go, boys.
Then Uncle Abe Macon would do a lot of picking on the old five-string banjo. They would cut a fancy caper when the fruit jar drinker would play a do-si-do. Mr. Hank Snow starts moving on, he'll put you in a whirl. And to really keep the big show moving on, they bring on Mitty Pearl. There's Lonzo and Oscar and old String Bean. Now don't forget Skeeter D. Wouldn't be country picking without little Jimmy Dickens and Sam and Kurt McGee. Those guitars are ringing and country music singing sure left its mark on me. Give me southern fried chicken and good country picking down in Nashville, Tennessee. Just to keep things moving, there's Iron Charlie Lubin who would always stop the show. Then Roy A. Cup and the Smoky Mountain Boys followed up with Bill Monroe. There's Grandpa Jones and old Dr. Lou really getting things warmed up. No Opry show would be complete without the troubadour Ernest Tubb. For 35 years, the Grand Ole Opry's country music tale the story of the greatest stars, including Katie Wells.
Oh, that's wonderful. This is is our story of country music, planted so deep within our hearts that it will live forever. So when it's time for the tall pines to pine, the pawpaws to paw, the bumblebee bumbles all day, the grasshopper hops, the eavesdropper drops, while gently the old cow slips away. That's a wonderful story, boys. A great story, too, and very thorough. The only name we left out is Bill Anderson, and he's too new to have been in that song.
I wasn't in there.
Get him on the next one.
Faron said he wasn't in there either. Well, he's even newer than Bill Anderson. Bill, how about a great song from you again? I'd love to hear a good love ballad. Could you do us one?
I'd like to try, T.
Fine.
Sure would. One of our records called That's What It's Like to Be Lonesome.
Great, great.
The streets are dark and empty, and you walk them all alone. You think about your love affair and wonder what went wrong. You go to bed each night afraid you'll never see the dawn. Afraid of each tomorrow with its heartless cold unknown. And that's what it's like to be lonesome, with a heart of broken love taught to cry. And that's what it's like to be lonesome. I know, 'cause I'm a mighty lonesome guy. You search to find a tavern where the music's playing loud. You try to lose your heartaches in the laughter of the crowd. But the happy couples make you think of things that might have been. And you have to fight the teardrops till you're by yourself again. And that's what it's like to be lonesome, with a heart of broken love taught to cry. And that's what it's like to be lonesome. I know, 'cause I'm a mighty lonesome guy. Thank you.
That's wonderful, Bill. Wonderful song. We'll be back in just a minute, but first we want you to listen to this interesting message from our Grand Ole Opry sponsor. Our song of faith and inspiration this time is one of everybody's favorites, Just a Closer Walk with Thee. I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. our time's just about gone. What happened to the little old youngin'? He took off in his airplane. Lonzo, you and Oscar, come on in here. Bill Anderson, come on in. Faron, of course, couldn't get the Model A started, so he had to come back. We've enjoyed being here, and thank all of you for being with us. And thanks to you, Faron, and Lonzo, and Oscar. We hope we can have the pleasure of your company next week at the same time for another session of the Grand Ole Opry.